Hello guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can make this cool looking simple logo. So I'm going to show you how you could do this. This is my first ever time going live. I'm not sure if things are working here, but anyways, let's go. So just open up Krita, select new file. So I'm going to show you the basics of how I made this. So click create here. So it's gonna open up new windows eventually soon. So um okay, so now we're in Krita, so let me just show you quickly how I go to do it. um Remember, you need to delete this background here, so just like unlock this, delete this, and also delete this layer here. So you have deleted all the layers. There's a background which is left, so you could add a new layer like this, and call this one outline. So outline, enter. So I've got this one outline, so I've just entered this. So this is where we're going to be drawing our logo. And I'm thinking on the background, let's just drop in a black paint here. So select on the triangle tool, just drag it up and select black, and go on the tool side and select the fill tool, which is the paint dropper tool here. So let's just drop this. So we've dropped in ink black paint here. So I like black paint because it's gonna be a contrast to whatever we're going to be doing here. So go on the outline here, select the outline by pressing the left key side on your keyboard, on your mouse. I'm zooming in and zooming out using my mouse wheel. So I'm doing this using my mouse wheel. You could also do this using a digital tablet if you have it. So select the CVG text tool on the left hand side, and like this, and drag here, like hold the drag here by holding the left button on your mouse. So you could drag on the drawing area here, and a text tool will show up. So by in the text tool here, just highlight this and type in whatever you want. So let me try typing in whatever I want. So I'm gonna type in origins, all the, I think it's capital letters, origins. Once I've typed in origins, I'm gonna highlight here and select something of a bigger font, like 48 is enough. So I'm gonna click save. So you could see here it's taking effect. The box is a little bit huger. So after selecting this, I'm going to select I'm going to select uh, I'm going to select white here and also save. So it has changed here, but the font is not what I want. So I'm going to go on the font here and select the drop down tool here. So once I've selected this drop down tool, I'm going to select there was this adventure something, adventure. Did I go for? Nah, this isn't what I was looking for. There's this adventure font here, so it's kind of a little bit nice. So I've selected adventure font here, and I'm going to close this because this is the result that I wanted. So I'm going to center this by selecting the move tool. So here I've selected the move tool here. So I'm going to center this by selecting the move tool, which I've done. I've selected the move tool. Okay, so I've selected the move tool here, and it looks cool. But to edit this, I'll go to the vector layer side here. So and I'll select convert to paint. So I've selected convert to paint. I've selected convert to paint, so I could be able to edit this. So what I'm aiming for is that I'm going to isolate the O here. So the O is what I'm looking for. So I'm zooming in by rolling my mouse. So I'm going to be moving this, isolating the O. So I'll select this rectangle selection tool, or you could just press Ctrl plus R. So I'll go to my drawing board here, and I'll select I'll press I'm gonna press the light button on my keyboard, and I'm going to select copy the new layer. I'm going to select copy the new layer. So I've made a duplicate of this, so I'm going to deselect here so that I can be able to move, and I'll select the move tool, and I'm gonna move it up here. So you could see here that I've taken the O from, I've duplicated the O from my origins. So I'm going to go back to the origins here and select it, and go to transform a layer or selection, or press Ctrl A, and I'm going to scale this down. I'm going to scale this down to a sizable bunch, and work with the all that I have here. So the all that I have, I could just scale it up, still scale it up a bit. So this looks still cool the way it looks, but I need to do more. So I'm going to duplicate this, and I've made a duplicate of this, and I'm going to make this one disappear, and give this one a certain type of color that I want. So I'm going to color this. I'm going to color this one. Uh, I'm going to color this one. So I've selected F. I've pressed F. I've selected the bucket tool or fill tool. So this what this usually does, it drops ink. So I'm going to go on my I'm going to select this to be normal, so I'm going to drop ink here. So I'm dropping ink. It's not that perfect. You see there's some lines here, but it's okay. We're just in a lash. And I'm going to highlight this one, so you could see here that this one is above this. So let's just make this to be above. So I've just changed the layer positions by just dragging them, so it's above. So I'm going to move this white one, so it's going to be here. It's going to be like this. So it's looking a little bit 3D, so it's kind of cool. So we're not yet done here. I still think we could add some things, but before we add some things, you could just press Ctrl E to merge the layers. So you could see here on the sides, I've merged the layers. I've also merged this one. I've also merged this one. So I'm just left with one layer and the background, which you can see here. Switching off and switching on. Okay, so we have this origins. So I could move it. I could center this, but I also want to add. Want to add here. I also want to add something of some rights. Some design. So I'm just gonna go on color dodge here. Same brush. Size, drop it down a bit. Size, drop it down a bit, and select a little bit brighter color, and try to trace this. So it's going to add this glow effect. So I'll just select the layer that I want to paint in. This is the outline layer. So it's gonna add a little bit of a glow effect. So something that I want. It doesn't have to be perfect, but still worth it. So let's get in there. Let's try as much as possible. So yeah, there's a glow effect here, and I'll also click white here and try to trace the white areas here. Just add a glow effect. 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 And yeah, I've added a glow effect. It's not perfect, but it's still cool. So after this, let's add a picture here. So I'm just gonna drop in a picture that I've downloaded in my that I have in my PC here in Krita, and I'm dropping it as a new layer. So this is a picture that I've added. So I'm just going to drag it down below the logo, and it looks cool. And let's do some blending here. I will blend this from normal to overlay. So I also duplicate this. I'll duplicate this, duplicate layer. So I've duplicated layer. So with the brush that I'm using, I'm just going to select this eraser, set in eraser mode, and try as much as possible to blend this by erasing this C here, so that the person should seem as if he is above the logo. So I'm just as much as possible trying to erase this. So it's like this, and it's still not perfect, but it looks cool. So I made a mistake here, so I'm just gonna select Ctrl Z or undo, and I'll select the layer here, the layer of the picture that I've just added, and I'll go to my brushes here. I'll select overlay, and I'll select the pink color that I have here, or I could just select this one, press P, or color sampler, and you could just zoom in, select the color that you want to paint in, and look into his eyes. um, Change the brush opacity, and changing the brush opacity here, and just coloring this so that they should they should look almost similar to the logo that we're making here. So we're almost done. I don't like this selection too, so let's just deselect by pressing the rectangle selection tool, Control plus R on your keyboard. Okay, so we're almost a little bit done, but I still want to add some cool stuff here. So let's just select the gradient mode here, whilst we're keeping the same color that we're keeping. Let's just make it a little bit darker and move it like this. So oh, it looks a little bit cool, but it seems to be a bit too dark. So we have painted this on the long layer. So let's just undo that and add a new layer and do that and redo what we did. So we have added a new layer here, and we're doing it what we did. So let's just, the blending mode here should be overlay. So overlay looks cool, and the opacity should a little bit go down, and that should go down a bit, and that's more cooler. Okay, so we're almost done, but now I want you to select this one, the selection tool, the section tool, or brazer curve selection tool. So let's go back to our outline layer here, and try as much as possible to just, try to cut this, try to cut it. And I've selected this area, and I'll select this move tool, or you can just press T on your keyboard and move it a bit like this, and do it again here. I don't know how it's gonna look. It's gonna look sliced a bit, but I think it's gonna have a cool effect. So move it up a bit like this, and deselect. So yeah. Okay, so it's a little bit similar to this one, and though not that much perfect. So let's just decrease this. So yeah, this is just a boring looking logo, but it's still a very nice logo. It's still a very nice it's still a very nice logo. So yeah, this is how you could make a logo on Krita for free. You could just, go deeper than the way I'm doing here, but this is really at the basis on how you could make a logo. Please subscribe. I don't want this to be a boring stream. I don't even know if it's working, but please subscribe, and see you on the next stream. Thank you.